Man, there is something right on the rocks up above me there. No! Frickin' no, man! No way! No frickin' way, man! Heck no! Okay, who's there?
There's no one here.
Dead Appalachia heads into the forests of northeastern Ohio after a sudden cluster of reported Bigfoot sightings puts the area on the radar of cryptid investigators. His goal is simple: follow the trails alone and see whether anything unusual responds. He begins by explaining that several alleged sightings occurred around Portage County within only a few days.
Early March of this year, there was a sudden influx of Bigfoot sightings in northeastern Ohio, in a region called Portage County, specifically around the Cuyahoga National Park. 6 completely different sightings in 4 days. This kind of thing is known in the cryptozoology world as a flap, a term used to describe multiple sightings happening all in a short time period.
Witnesses described large upright figures, deep grunts, unusual footprints, and even animals refusing to approach sections of the woods. With those reports in mind, he heads directly into the area. Recent rain has left the trail covered in mud, which could make footprints easier to notice. Dead Appalachia checks several tracks near a campsite, but quickly identifies them as ordinary dog or coyote prints rather than anything unexplained.
It's a little bit rainy and it's a little bit muddy. That right there, the wind is going to be an issue. I'm going to think I'm hearing something crashing through the trees, and really it's just going to be wind. But yeah, if there is any type of Sasquatch out here, I'll be able to clearly see its big ass footprint here in the mud. All the tales say that Bigfoot it's often seen around campsites because, just like a bear, the food and the smell of food kind of draws them in, and they say that one of the best places to find Bigfoot prints is around muddy campsites like this. So what I'm doing, I'm just looking around for any sort of big ass footprint, but I ain't seen none. Man, this would be a perfect camp spot if I was out here just to camp.
A pair of glowing objects suddenly catches his attention from the trees.
And another thing I'm going to be looking out for is very bad smells. Apparently the Sasquatch smells like hammered shit. Definitely going to be using my old schnozzle as much as I can with how stopped up it is. Use all the damn pollen around here. Oh God. Oh my God, that scared the crap out of me. Holy shit. It's a trail marker. It said they use reflective dots on it. So when I looked over here, it looked like there were 2 glowing eyes looking at me.
For a moment, they look exactly like eyes reflecting his light. Moving closer reveals that they are only reflective trail markers. Then something more interesting happens. 2 distinct knocks come from farther through the woods. Dead Appalachia stops and listens.
There were 2 knocks down yonder somewhere in this general direction. Now, of course, there could be campers out there. You hear some knocking and just knock back. Maybe it's other Bigfoot hunters, but you know, it's something to go off of. So I think I'm heading in the right direction.
They are close enough that he decides to continue in their direction. Another heavy sound comes from nearby.
Hold on. Let's bring out the old thermal, huh? That sounded quite large.
He immediately pulls out a thermal camera and scans between the trees. For a moment, he thinks something may have moved behind one trunk, although he cannot confirm it.
Did it look like something just hid behind that tree? Or is it just me seeing things? That one right there. think I'm just seeing things. Surely, right? God, do you hear that airplane? Why is it so loud? God, it's gonna make trying to get, you know.
Another knock follows from deeper in the forest.
Okay, yeah. That was definitely a knock coming from anywhere in this general vicinity. It sounds like it's more over there though, but the trail just keeps heading up that way, and I don't want to go off trail and get freaking lost. That's how people die in forests.
This time, Dead Appalachia decides to respond. He strikes a tree himself and waits, hoping whatever made the earlier sound might answer.
Oh! 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 I have no idea how far away it is or which specific direction. It definitely sounds more towards that way, but I can't go that way.
Nothing immediately appears. Farther along the trail, he finds deep marks cut into a tree.
There's some big old gouges in the wood right here. Now that could be people who are camping just shoving a knife or an axe into it, but it doesn't really look like axe strikes or knife marks. Those are a lot more cleaner usually. Who knows, maybe an animal was scratching their claws, or maybe it was a Bigfoot sharpening tools or breaking tools open on it. I mean, it's something to think about, you know. When doing these investigations, you kind of have to just work with anything you see. Otherwise, you're just hiking around the woods for no reason, you know.
They could have been made by people or an animal, so he avoids drawing conclusions. The investigation ends without a clear sighting, but the repeated knocks give him enough reason to believe the reports from the area deserve another look. 401 Files ventures alone into remote woodland while investigating reports of Dogman, the supposed upright canine creature described by witnesses across Britain. While searching for somewhere to camp, he notices an old farmhouse roughly 50 meters away.
I may have just found the perfect spot. In front of me now, maybe about 50 meters away, is what appears to be an abandoned old farmhouse. Now I could get in there, hopefully, if it's safe enough. I can't tell that yet because, like I said, I'm quite a way away from it, but actually, I'm going to get my phone out and show you guys. But I could get in there and hopefully set up for the night.
The structure sits completely isolated in dense woodland. With daylight disappearing, he decides to investigate it before settling down.
Yep, this is creepy as hell. But if it's the only place I've got for tonight, then it's the only place I've got. Now it could be a great place if the rooms are empty. It depends what the rooms are like, because this place looks like it's in a bad way.
The closer he gets, the worse the building looks. Vegetation has almost swallowed the entrance, and strange markings are visible inside. A pentagram painted on one wall adds to the atmosphere.
I know it's only kids, but there is a pentagram painted on the wall there. So I'm having this feeling, I'll explain the feeling that I'm having. As I came to the door, I instantly thought about how freaky it would be to hear a deep voice telling me to get away. Or any kind of phrase, actually, for that matter. Would be absolutely terrifying. So there is an entry in there.
Before entering, he admits that the place gives him an immediate feeling that something is wrong. Inside, he hears wings moving somewhere above him. Another unexplained sound follows.
It was the sound of wings. There's something flying around in here. What was that? I'm going to get out of here, guys, because
Although it could simply be an animal inside the ruins, the sensation becomes strong enough that he no longer wants to turn his back toward the interior. He eventually leaves the building rather than sleeping inside. Once night falls, he builds a small fire outside. The forest initially fills with normal animal sounds.
good dog, good dog, good dog. Shh. I don't know if the camera's picking this up, but about 2 minutes ago, me and Lily stopped on this track. Obviously you've just heard the dog bark, but before that, local wildlife was going crazy. That's obviously an owl, but there was owls, there was the sound of cows, sheep, and then that dog shortly after as well, which was...
Owls, livestock, and a barking dog can all be heard. Then almost everything suddenly becomes quiet. Knowing animals sometimes react to threats before humans notice them, he begins paying closer attention. A strange noise comes from the darkness beside the clearing. He immediately stops talking and listens.
Please understand that I do... Please understand that I do this with the best intentions. You know, I'm not trying to be provocative. I'm not trying to rub anybody up the wrong way. What is this? What the hell is that?
Whatever produced it is close enough to leave him feeling exposed only a few feet from the tree line. His dog Lily also becomes alert.
Lily's on high alert as well right now, so whatever that was, she's heard it as well. My chest feels like it's caving in. My chest feels extremely tight right now. I'm just looking at the end of this clearing. 1 second, I'm getting bit. I'm just looking at the end of this clearing. I don't know if you guys can see much of that.
Looking toward the end of the clearing, he believes something is moving in the darkness. His chest tightens and the feeling of being watched becomes overwhelming. Rather than remain beside the fire, he picks up his equipment and starts moving. He describes the situation as feeling almost like an ambush. Morning arrives after very little sleep. Nothing directly attacks him, but the night leaves him questioning the strange sounds and movement enough that he plans to keep investigating similar reports. Mike Kilsky attempts his first completely solo backcountry backpacking trip inside Saskatchewan's Prince Albert National Park. The remote trail offers exactly the solitude he wanted, but once darkness arrives, that isolation begins to feel very different. Before starting, he explains the challenges ahead.
To add an extra layer of uncertainty for this trip, there were a few other things that scared me. One, the remoteness of the trail. 2. My race against time. 3. The sufficiency of drinking water brought. And 4. The trepidation of my new and untested gears, whether they'll make it or not. This is my very first solo backpacking in a backcountry, and to do it in a very remote location with all the apprehensions I had, this will definitely go down in my books.
The route is remote, his equipment is mostly untested, and he is uncertain about water availability. Most importantly, this is his first solo overnight trip this far into the backcountry. After several difficult stream crossings, his shoes and socks become soaked.
There's another stream that cuts the trail. I'm trying to find shallow areas and trying to cross without, getting wet or taking my shoes off again. You know what? This is an open area. I was thinking maybe just stay the night here. I don't know.
With daylight running out and another 5 kilometers still ahead, he decides continuing would be unsafe. Instead, he chooses an open area beside the trail and begins setting up his tent before darkness arrives.
Okay. Oh, it is.
By 9:47 p.m., the forest is completely dark. From inside the tent, he can hear several different sounds surrounding the campsite. Wind moves across the exposed clearing while unidentified animals call from beyond his light.
You can hear a lot of different sounds from here. So yeah, it is scary, and now it is starting to get cold. This is an open area, like an open space, and I haven't really thought about it, but now it is windy. Maybe I should put some stakes on. Okay. Anyways, I am going to get ready, probably drink tea or something before I hit the bed. I'm so thirsty right now, but yeah, anyways.
Even his own shadow briefly scares him.
That scared me. It's my shadow. Fuck.
As the night continues, the isolation becomes harder to ignore. By 11:30, he admits that he is extremely nervous and cannot sleep.
1 hour since my last check-in. I think it's going to be a long night tonight. I'm so scared right now, like super scared. I attempted to sleep, but I can't. Maybe it's just my imagination, but right now I'm hearing all kinds of animal sounds. I'm super scared right now. I can't wait to see the morning light. Yeah, I'll try to sleep this off, and hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Every animal noise outside seems louder now that he is completely alone. At 4:30 in the morning, he checks in again. He has barely slept at all.
I haven't slept at all. It's 4:30 in the morning. And this, I think, it is bright outside, so which is good. I will be packing out really early today. I haven't slept 5 minutes or 10 minutes in one go, so I probably drive straight home and then sleep when I get home, so.
With the sky finally becoming brighter, he decides to pack early and begin the journey back. Laura the explorer heads alone through the Lancashire countryside to find Holland's Head Well House, an isolated ruin that has developed a reputation as one of the area's most haunted locations. After a long hike, Laura finally reaches the remains of the old estate. Only then does she remember one important detail she had previously read online.
One of the things that I have read online, which has literally just dawned upon me, because it was a while ago that I read this. This place is meant to be haunted, and I'm here on my fucking own, and I'm dying for a wee. Oh, I shouldn't have said that, I need a wee even more now. But that is eerie up there. That's the bathy thing that we're going to go and look at, but I want to read this sign first. Oh, there's some unsturdy rocks. Hollinshead Hall and Well House. So it's a well house. But why have they covered everything up? Or, oh no, is that peeled off? Oh, it's peeled off. I'm assuming that there says 1845. I am going to have to do some digging about this. Massively.
The well house is supposedly haunted. She is completely alone. Laura explores the surrounding ruins first. Several foundations remain hidden among the vegetation, suggesting that the well house was once part of a much larger property. Eventually, she reaches the main structure.
That is really eerie. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little bit scared to go in on my own. Wait, is that water running out of it? Can you see the door?
The door is already open. As Laura approaches, the weather becomes noticeably darker, and the building immediately feels more uncomfortable. She hesitates outside before finally stepping closer. Inside, she notices running water and then something unexpected sitting near one of the openings.
Can you see the wreath behind me? So is this the well house? But there's no water coming from there. Because can you see how the water's all there? And I'm assuming that's why it's trickling out. Is that what this is? And what are these like little leaves for? There's a lot of water in that one. A hell of a lot of water. It's like it's dripping from the top somewhere. Guys, this is so creepy. Right.
A wreath has been left inside. The atmosphere becomes stranger as she circles the building. One windowsill contains a ribbon, while another holds the wreath. Laura jokes about getting haunted, but she clearly becomes more uneasy while examining the dark interior alone. Afterward, Laura researches what she found. The well house reportedly stands near an ancient holy spring that people once believed had healing properties.
So the well house itself actually sits on the site of an ancient holy spring that people are believed to have visited for centuries. Way before the building was even here, pilgrims apparently travelled to this spot, believing that the water could heal illnesses. So nobody actually knows exactly why the well house itself was built, but one of the strongest theories is that it dates back to a time when practicing the Catholic faith could actually be quite dangerous. Some historians believe that it might have even been used as a hidden place of worship, disguised from the outside world. And the ruins that I stumbled across weren't actually random at all. They are what's actually left of the Hollinshead Hall estate. Standing there, I actually had no idea that I was walking through what was once a much larger site with centuries of history.
Some historians believe the structure may also have been connected to secret Catholic worship. More recently, visitors have reported voices, shadowy figures, and the sensation of being watched around the ruins. While attempting to leave, Laura realizes she has wandered away from the proper route. The woods begin looking identical in every direction.
The house is literally behind me. I need to find the road. Once I find the road, I'll be on the right track. I don't know why I think I can get away with taking my own diversions. Because it never bodes well. Ever. My ankle bracelet's sticking right into my ankle. All I need is a road. And then I can find the moors. I can't walk through them in shorts. Right. Don't think I can take this path. For fuck's sake.
She grows increasingly anxious as the afternoon progresses. Near the well house, she also discovers evidence that somebody had recently camped there. Fortunately, she eventually spots the road again. Nothing directly follows her from the ruins, and Laura makes it back onto the correct trail before heading home. Exploring with Bear enters a remote canyon alone while investigating stories connected to skinwalkers. The trip is already dangerous because a storm is moving toward the area, and a flash flood warning has been issued for the valley below him. Bear begins hiking deep between the canyon walls while watching the dark clouds overhead. Because flash floods can arrive from storms miles away, he knows staying too low in the valley could quickly become dangerous.
I am out in the middle of nowhere, deep in skinwalker territory, all by myself. Not only am I in skinwalker territory, but as you can see, there is a nasty storm moving in. And just moments ago, I was alerted about warning of a flash flood. And I am right down in a valley where that would happen. So that's got me a little bit on edge right now. And I'm going to talk a little louder because that wind, I don't even know if you guys can hear me. This wind is crazy.
The route takes him past small caves and rocky openings. Bear repeatedly checks them for mountain lions, snakes, or anything else that may be using the canyon for shelter. Rain begins falling again. The clouds have grown much darker, and Bear knows water could soon rush through the same channels he is walking across.
Oh no, another raindrop. Look how black the clouds are, man. There's a storm a-brewing. And I am in a crazy location for that. There's a weird little thing. What is that? Is that like poo? No way, man. What is that? Look, this is rock. That's harder. But look at this stuff. It just breaks. Is that a big... What in the world could that be, man? I just stuck my finger in it, whatever it is. It almost looks like a massive thing of poo up there.
He continues climbing toward higher ground instead of remaining in the lowest part of the canyon. Then he hears 2 whistles.
I just heard 2 whistles. The camera was off. Dag nabbit, man. I just heard 2 whistles and like... It sounded voice. What is that noise? That was like a... That's what it sounded like, man. What is that? I'll try it. I don't know what kind of call that is, but I just heard that, man. Did you hear that? Where is that coming from?
The camera was off when they first happened, but Bear describes them as strangely voice-like. Seconds later, another sound carries through the canyon. It resembles a scream mixed with a squeal or grunt. The surrounding cliffs make it difficult to determine which direction it came from. Another scream interrupts the hike.
What in the world, man? Did you guys hear that? Skinwalker. I hear like screams, man. That was like a scream. There's no way. There's no way. No frickin' way, man. How?
This one is clear enough that Bear immediately stops and listens. Nobody else has appeared anywhere on the trail. From higher ground, Bear notices something white inside one of the caves.
Safe spot, but wait a minute. Look at that. Is that something up in there? I see something white in there. What is that thing? Right Looks like something white staring at me. That looks like something white in there. Man, it's starting to get dark. I'm gonna have to get some lights out. It's definitely getting a lot darker.
At first, it appears almost as though something is staring back at him. When he checks the footage again later, he still cannot identify what the white object was. With daylight disappearing quickly, Bear decides to leave. Finding the way down becomes increasingly difficult in the darkness.
Okay. Sun is going away quick. And it is going to start becoming a lot unsafer. So I might try to get down right now and start making my way out of here. Whoa! What was that? Oh man, what in the world was that? Whoa! Something just made like a hissing, clicking sound. Heck no, man. I gotta figure out how to get off this rock before it's too dark, and there's something freaking... That sounded mean. Skinwalker? Skinwalker, Skinwalker, Skinwalker.
Near the highway, Bear suddenly sees what he believes are reflective eyes behind him. Another strange scream follows.
That was terrible. Did I just see eyeballs back there? Ain't no freaking way, man. I think I just seen eyeballs. And I heard some kind of crazy scream, clicking, whatever that thing was up there, and eyeballs over there. Okay. Nope. I do want to get out of here now. I'm actually not feeling safe at the moment. I am not feeling safe. Okay.
Moments later, something moves along the rocks above his position. Bear no longer feels safe and wonders whether it is following him.
What was that, man? Man, there is something right on the rocks up above me there. There's a... No! Frickin' no, man! No way! No frickin' way, man! Heck no! Heck no! Oh my goodness, man. I don't know if that thing's following me right now or what, but I'm finally really close to the highway. And I don't know what happened to the camera, but I am done, man. I'm done with this spot. I'm getting close to being able to get out of here.
He puts the camera away, turns his light to maximum brightness, and concentrates on reaching the road. Exploring with Angelo returns with his friend Omar to a remote area in British Columbia, where previous investigations have produced strange noises and unsettling experiences. Their daytime visit begins normally, but the atmosphere changes completely after sunset. While floating on the lake earlier in the day, Angelo and Omar hear a distant howl.
That one almost sounded like a wolf. Yeah.
Do they have wolves in this place? Probably.
Of course they do. There's everything here. There's even wild hibiscus pedimelias.
Okay.
You've never heard of wild hibiscus pedimelias?
No.
Number twos?
What?
Yeah, they have a number 1 and a number 2.
Okay.
Yeah, they evolved at one point, and then there's a number 2. It's pretty scary shit.
It sounds similar to a wolf, although Angelo also compares it to the strange whooping noises sometimes associated with Sasquatch reports. Neither can identify it with certainty. Another bizarre sound begins coming from the shoreline. It almost resembles someone playing a harmonica.
I don't know what that was. You heard that, right?
Yeah, that was coming from the shore.
I thought maybe it was the... Yeah, it's literally coming from there. Almost sounds like a harmonica.
Literally.
What is that? Should we be,
The pitch changes repeatedly before eventually fading away. Nobody is visible where the sound appears to originate. After sunset, they return to an old campsite. Almost immediately, they hear something moving nearby.
Alright, so, we heard something down there. Literally sounded like it was running like a horse. And, yeah, we were hearing movement and all sorts of odd things. Now I'm kind of just chilling and, drinking my last bit of Tim Hortons coffee. It's been sitting in the truck for a while.
Angelo describes it as sounding like an animal running with the weight of a horse. While Omar walks farther down the trail, Angelo sees a pair of eyes briefly reflecting from the darkness. He then hears movement from another direction.
Oh, I saw eyes for a second. So Lomar is down there right now. I can still see his light. But I heard something down this direction. What in the actual hell? Who's there? Shit, where's my spray? Oh, there it is. Just bring that with us just in case. What was that?
A voice suddenly comes from the woods.
What the? That was a voice. Okay, who's there? There's no one here. Okay. Who is that? Who's that? Who's doing that?
Angelo calls out, thinking it might be Omar. But when another sound follows, he realizes the voice does not resemble Omar at all. Strangely, it sounds much closer to Angelo's own voice.
Not gonna lie, that sounded a lot more like me?
Another pair of yellowish eyes appears between the trees. Because bears are common in the region, Angelo remains cautious and avoids chasing whatever is producing the reflections. After Angelo coughs, something from the darkness appears to make an almost identical sound.
Someone just coughed. Like exactly how I just coughed. Lomar?
He immediately suspects that whatever is nearby may be mimicking him. Something suddenly strikes the side of their truck.
Shit, something just hit the truck. Lomar? Lomar? Something literally just hit the side of the truck. You good? Yo! What's wrong? Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. There's some serious shit over here.
Bro, I heard my goddamn name. And your name. From deep in there.
Dude. Dude, something literally is like copying me over here. That is really f***ing weird.
Both men begin discussing the voices they heard. Each believes something nearby sounded unnervingly similar to themselves. The situation finally becomes too uncomfortable. Omar begins panicking, and Angelo rolls his ankle while they prepare to leave. Another voice-like sound comes from nearby, again resembling one of them.
Please, let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Let's get the hell out of here.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck is that.
Angelo! What the f was that, dude?
Dude, that was you. That legit sounded kinda like you.
Yeah.
But you're...
That's what I'm talking about, man. I heard my own voice, too.
I heard my own voice as well.
That's why I don't know what we're dealing with here. Like a fucking mimic or like a entity of some sort?
Neither knows whether a person followed them into the forest or whether something else produced the noises. They abandon their plans to cook at the campsite and drive back toward town. Jasko is an exploration and paranormal channel where Jasko and his friend Chandler visit remote locations connected to local legends, mysteries, and strange encounters. In this video, they travel into the Appalachian Mountains to spend the night at an abandoned cabin surrounded by stories of disappearances, whistles in the woods, and unexplained sightings. The investigation begins almost immediately with unease. As they approach the cabin, Chandler notices what appears to be a tall shadow moving near a window.
Tonight, we are staying inside of this abandoned cabin in the Appalachian Mountains. This place is absolutely...
What?
Wait, in the window. What'd you see? What did you see?
Wait, it was literally like, I don't know, like a shadow or something, like moved. Wait, shine the light out there a little bit more? Like, can you do the other mode? No, that's worse. I'll go the other way. I don't know, bro.
You saw a figure?
It was like a weird shadow, bro. Yeah, it was like tall, moving. I don't know. Hello?
I
don't know.
Tonight we will not be staying inside of this abandoned cabin in the Appalachian Mountains.
Well, one of us will be, and it's...
Before we continue, let me just make sure no one's in here.
Yeah.
Hello?
Moments later, thermal equipment picks up what looks like a distant figure standing in the darkness, followed by a whistle coming from the woods.
Look, what is that? What is that? There's something down there.
Yeah,
It looks like a figure.
It's all red except for right in there in the middle.
It looks like there's like a figure down there.
What the heck?
That was a whistle. Chandler, what did we get ourselves into?
What did you get me into? You're the one that found this place.
Fuck, bro.
The combination of strange sightings and eerie sounds leaves both men questioning whether they are truly alone. While exploring around the cabin, they continue hearing knocks, movement in the surrounding brush, and occasional sounds that seem to come from inside the structure itself.
Yeah. It's an office every month of the year. Okay.
Sounds like it.
Ghosties. Yasko here.
Sorry, Moth.
My friend Chandler's here. He's a little scared. He's a little further back. Okay. Well, here's the thing, guys. We just brought our sleeping bags and stuff. We have to go back to the car to get some more equipment. So there's some of our snacks and sleeping bags and stuff.
5,
4, 3, 2.
Look in drawer.
Look in the drawer?
Where is this office?
The area's reputation for mysterious disappearances only adds to the tension.
Dude, did you not hear that though?
What did you hear?
It was literally like the bushes, like something was like moving them.
Well, you know what's crazy?
What?
Like, zoom in on the leaves a little bit. There is no wind.
Donna.
Wait, did you see Donna? Was that Donna? Was that you? What was that? I hear it. Something's moving. Something's moving. Donna?
Several times, they stop what they are doing because they believe something is moving nearby. After gathering more equipment, they return to the cabin and discover objects no longer appear to be where they left them. A soccer ball that had been resting near the entrance is suddenly found elsewhere, and repeated knocks and door sounds seem to come from inside the abandoned building.
Kind of like a mini ghost town, you know?
Wait, Chandler.
What?
Is that the ball right there?
Yeah.
Wait, we brought a soccer ball. It was by the door.
Oh yeah, it was, because it was in between the two red sleeping bags.
Look at the tree. There's no wind. Literally no wind at all.
Well, maybe there's a good explanation.
Maybe the bears.
Maybe there's a good explanation.
Okay.
Oh. Wait, I just heard like a tap or something on the wood.
Yeah, I heard
a knock.
Is
someone over there? Because I mean, it's kind of abandoned, so like.
Yeah.
There literally could be someone in there.
Like a squatter or something?
Yeah, right.
I don't know, stay right there. Hello?
Chandler also reports seeing a tall human-shaped figure moving through the darkness beyond the cabin.
Is anyone in there?
What?
That was either a door closing or something's in there. Something or someone is in this cabin, Chandler.
Well, what do you want to do? I mean,
we gotta get our stuff.
I know.
At the very least, we gotta get our stuff.
Well, if it's someone, they probably would have taken our stuff. I don't really know.
Okay. Celine, we got a name. Hello, Celine.
What if Celine just walks out right now? She's like, what?
Hey, Celine. Jazz here. Techniques. Let's introduce ourselves. My name's Yasko.
I'm Chandler.
We are going to be spending the night here. We were hoping to spend the night inside of this cabin, if that's okay with you. If that's okay with you. Chandler. Okay, no, this is actually a problem right now.
What?
When we came here earlier, that back door was closed.
Share my message.
That back door was closed. This front one was open.
Oh, wait, there was another on the other side too, so maybe we should check that one too. I don't know. But maybe that's the noise we heard too.
Yeah, probably. So there's a very good chance someone or something is here.
Well, I'm not a fan of that.
No.
If you're here, we're coming in peace.
Later, they follow a trail leading away from the cabin toward a river. Throughout the hike, they hear whistles, distant voices, unexplained movement in the trees, and what they believe may be figures watching them from the darkness.
And if you want to continue communicating with us, continue sharing your story, please come forward and do so.
What? You see something?
Come here. There's something down there. Look, on those rocks, right?
I want to see it.
You see it?
Oh yeah, I do see it.
What is that?
I don't know.
John, what is that? That's thunder.
I thought it was just Bigfoot walking through the trees. Like, what the heck? That's so loud.
I just felt a raindrop.
Is it raining? That's like a bad omen. I feel like.
There's no. It's not in the forecast. I just felt it again.
Not.
Bro, no, cloudy all night long. Oh my God, the next 9 days, however.
Oh my God.
The atmosphere becomes increasingly unsettling as they repeatedly feel surrounded, despite seeing almost nobody. The night reaches its most intense moment when they hear talking in the distance, followed by a gunshot coming from the direction of the cabin.
What?
Bro, I'm hearing talking. Shh. Oh shit! Okay, Chandler, that's a gunshot. That's a gunshot.
Hold on.
Light, cover the light, cover the light. Chandler. Yeah. That's back from where we came from.
Well, what the heck can we do about that?
Fuck. Bro.
Okay.
This is the... Oh my fuck.
The car is all the way back that way.
We were the only car in the lot. The only car in the lot.
Wait, footsteps.
We have to go back. Yo, I'm gonna keep my light pointed at the ground.
Okay.
Slowly, come on.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
That gunshot was fucking cool. I don't think you could be shooting. I don't know what the laws are here.
Well, I mean, I told you earlier, like, everyone could be packing, like, we don't know.
Yeah, that's true. Like, back in New York,
yeah.
You can't... No. Chandler, no. The flashlight's dead. The flashlight's fucking dead.
Fearing armed strangers may be nearby, they immediately begin retreating through the woods. During the walk back, they continue hearing whistles and movement around them.
Okay, all right.
Our stuff's at the damn cabin too.
I know. We should probably just leave it.
Someone's... Fuck! Some big's moving over there. Chandler, you got your flashlight or anything? Do you have anything?
Wait, I do actually.
What? Chandler!
Dude! I forgot I was using it earlier.
Can I see it? Bro, something big is moving in there.
I know. I'm going first.
Yeah, please. I got your back, Fanning.
Okay.
Oh! Go. Go.
Okay, all right. Oh. Holy. It was literally...
This would have been real fucking useful like 20 minutes ago, Chandler.
Okay, wait. Coming up. How far away is the cabin?
I don't know. Wait. What is that?
What?
Straight ahead. What is that?
What?
Did someone just walk in front of the fucking laser? Did you see that? Chandler?
Oh my god. Okay, what do we do? Well, what?
I don't know. We're between a rock and a soft place right now. And I'm fucking hearing things behind me, things in front of me.
When they finally reach the cabin, they discover a door that had previously been open is now closed, convincing them that someone may have entered the area while they were away.
The door's closed. Okay, someone's there.
Okay, go. Wait, stay close a little bit. Come back a little bit. Don't run so fast. Oh my gosh.
Careful.
Yeah.
With uncertainty growing and strange activity continuing around the property, the investigation ends with the pair focused on leaving safely, rather than spending the night as originally planned. Cursed Urban is a paranormal camping channel where Dan explores haunted forests, strange campsites, and places connected to unexplained activity. In this video, he returns to his campsite on the outskirts of Skinwalker Forest, planning a simple cleanup night that slowly turns into something much stranger. Dan starts by explaining that the campsite sits on private land owned by his friend Todd, right beside the Skinwalker Forest. He wants to clear out the overgrowth, burn old branches, and make space for a bigger tent in the future.
So my logic is here, I want to get this fire going. One, main reason, because of mosquitoes. Also two, because back there, which I'll show you guys in a second, there is a spot that I want to clear out. And I want to try and just, even though it's like green, I want to try and burn as much of it as I can. Just because it's getting cluttered here. Most of it actually is from wood.
At first, the video feels calm. Dan fights mosquitoes, struggles with the damp firewood, and tries to cut through a fallen tree with the wrong tools.
It's the improper tool for the job. But it's a start. So we got a little tiny chunk taken out of it. Which I think that's going to have to be the method I use. Let's just keep taking chunks like that out of it.
After realizing the job is too much without a chainsaw, he shifts to clearing smaller branches and slowly gets the fire going. As night begins to fall, the mood changes. He finishes the campsite work and sets up his tent near the fire.
Oh, am I going to do this? Just zero in air. Get around. Oh, there we go. Right. Oh, oops. I had to put it off. Insect coils. Sitting there through. Give me back. Chair.
While relaxing by the fire, he suddenly hears what sounds like someone walking down the trail, passing through the campsite and disappearing into the woods.
That was... that was really weird. So there's a trail that comes back here from the property. And I just heard what sounded like somebody walking down the trail and then walk through the camp. Like I was fully expecting to see a person come out the end of this trail that leads back to this campsite. That's what the steps sound like. It sounded like somebody just walking down there, and I fully expect to see Todd or I don't know who like appear in the camping area. And then when I thought I would, nobody was there, and I heard the steps just go through my campsite and disappear into the woods.
No one is there, and he cannot explain it. Dan turns on Spirit Talker, and the first response is footsteps, matching exactly what he just heard.
All right, we got Spirit Talker on, guys. See what we get. Is there anyone here with me right now? Anyone that would like to communicate with me?
Footsteps.
Yo, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. There is no way. There is no way. There's literally no way. Did you guys hear that? What I got? For the first response. After hearing footsteps. Spirit Talker said footsteps. Very first one. As I heard it walk. I didn't even have Spirit Talker open or anything when I heard that.
The app then gives strange replies like I was sick, help me, and stay here.
Who was that I heard? Was that you? Walk through my campsite? You're more than welcome to come here. In fact, I'd love to have you here if you'd like to, if you want to communicate a little bit.
Help me.
Help me. It said help me. How can I help you? What could I possibly do for you?
Stay here.
Stay here, it says.
Soon after, a scream comes from the forest.
Oh! Whoa, what was that? Hello? Dude, that sounded like somebody... Henry, that sounded like somebody screaming over there. Like, pretty close, too. Yo. I think last time I was here, I heard a scream as well. It was weird that we hear that right after it says, stay here.
More responses mention Henry. He shouts, a man here, and Abigail, making Dan wonder if the voice belongs to someone connected to the land. Later, just as he prepares to sleep, the same scream returns, sounding close to camp. Dan ends the night unsettled, but he sleeps through until morning and says the footsteps and screams were the strangest parts of the entire trip. Exploring with Bear and Fear fanatics are paranormal investigation channels that explore reportedly haunted locations and document strange experiences throughout the night. In this video, they spend the entire night inside the infamous Broadwell Funeral Home, a location said to be haunted by 2 little girls and several aggressive entities, including a spirit known as Carl. The investigation begins with the owner explaining why he believes the building is haunted.
As far as we know, there was 3 people that actually died in the house. I don't know what the activity level was before, right? But I do know that as we have worked on the house, it has gotten worse. So I was upstairs cleaning. All of a sudden, 2 dogs got up. They ran to the top of the stairs, and I thought, what's going on with them? Because when the wife left, I knew I locked the doors. They're both standing there looking down the steps, and their tails are wagging and their butts are shaking. You know how they are, just all happy. And I could not get them away from the stairs. So finally they came back into the bedroom with me, and I don't know, 10, 15 minutes later, they come back out there to the stairway again. As I was standing there, I could hear, because the stairs were full of that grit, and I could hear it sound like somebody walking in that grit, the footsteps coming up the steps. That was the first time that I thought, well.
He describes hearing footsteps, voices, and strange activity throughout the house.
I think something won't happen, because there is 2 very evil spirits that live in the basement. One calls himself one, or the evil one I have not encountered him, but I have encountered Carl. And Carl is a very nasty person right now. And we assume that it's the Carl that was the Undertaker. I hear footsteps, I hear talking, you know, I hear, all the time I hear voices. When I was working in the kitchen one day, I was putting up the drop of the cabinets, and the whole time I was in there working, all day long, just back and forth, pacing footsteps up and down that hallway. Like, you know, will you hurry up and get out of here? You're bothering me.
That's pretty creepy.
You know, we were going to move into the house after we found out how haunted the place was.
He also shares stories about workers who refuse to return after spending time in the basement, where the most sinister activity is said to occur. After setting up equipment, the team heads into the basement embalming room. Almost immediately, they hear unexplained scratching sounds moving across the floor.
You said we could go in here if we wanted to.
What are we going to paper, rock, scissors for that
We
one?
might have to draw straws on that one, brother.
Man, paper, flip a coin.
Oh, did you hear that? What was that, bro?
That was something on the floor, man. That was not a normal. I got the chills, dude.
If you guys can hear it, if you guys heard that, it sounded like something on the floor.
It was sort of like scratching, but like going.
Yeah.
It was
like
weird.
A ball or something rolling.
Like, oh, the cat ball.
Let's go see.
Oh my goodness, the cat ball, man.
We're gonna turn all the lights out.
Cat ball. That was. How do we get out of here?
Turn these lights on.
Yeah. That was, man, I heard that freaking thing, man. That was crazy. That was something on the floor for sure.
The noises seem close enough to investigate, but they never find a clear source. Later, they move upstairs to communicate with Rosalie, a young girl who reportedly lived in the house and mysteriously disappeared.
Did you hear that?
What is that?
I was just telling the guys, I got the spirit talker fired up and it said cool.
Oh, that's what I thought it said.
Right afterwards.
That's weird.
That is weird.
Yeah.
That's sort of cool. Rosie, I hear you can get that rocking chair going. Can you go over and sit in that rocking chair now? And get it rocking?
The others mean harm.
The others mean harm. The others in the basement? The two evil spirits in the basement? That is weird. Rosie.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
That's weird, bro.
Can you sit in that chair over there? Some pretty cool responses so far.
During the session, the spirit devices begin producing unsettling responses about cursed land, harmful entities, and hidden secrets connected to the property.
Cursed land.
What is that?
Cursed land.
I got that one before, I thought. Sacred ground.
Sacred ground and cursed land. Rosie, was that you over there on the chair?
Back in the basement, the activity becomes more intense. The devices repeatedly reference Carl, coffins, bad energy, and strange events connected to the room.
So you moved it out from underneath a kid before. Can you move it out from underneath me? You got that much power, Carl?
They do witchcraft.
They do witchcraft. You know what? I was already thinking that witchcraft has probably been done in here for sure. Being a haunted place, you know how I feel about that. So there's an evil entity supposedly down here that goes by the name the Evil One or the One. There's also Carl. And I guess Carl's been highly active and I can't see nothing around me with this light in my face right now, and it's scary.
Several responses appear to directly answer questions being asked, leaving both investigators visibly uneasy. As the night approaches 3 a.m., things escalate further. One investigator suddenly feels something pinch his arm.
Bro, I went in that room right there and something, I felt it like something.
Others are scared.
What
Like
it say?
something pinched my arm right here.
You got pinched?
Yeah, I felt like it.
You got a mark?
It felt like.
Or something maybe right there.
That's what it felt like.
Shortly afterward, another experiences cold chills before claiming something grabbed his hair from behind.
I'm feeling weird, man.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Something just touched my hair. Something just grabbed my freaking hair, man.
Seriously? That was crazy.
Is there something crawling? It felt huge, like just.
Let me see.
Like my whole back of my.
See. Look, turn your head back. Look, put your head
Look.
back so you see on top of your head.
You can't see?
Something grabbed your hair.
Oh yeah.
Door slam.
Oh.
That was weird.
Oh my goodness.
I don't see any spiders.
And I was just feeling so free. Even coming down the stairs, man, I was feeling not right.
Red marks then appear on his neck, adding to the tension inside the basement. The final hours bring even stranger moments. One investigator feels disoriented in an upstairs room and believes he sees a small shadow figure standing in a dark corner.
Holy crap. Man, my hairs are standing straight. Something just happened to me in this corner. I don't even know how to explain it. I was just coming and looking. I don't even want to step there again. What in the heck? Scottish. Something weird just happened here.
Soon after, the name Carl unexpectedly comes through a spirit device while they discuss the basement activity. By sunrise, both investigators agree that Broadwell Funeral Home is one of the most active locations they have ever explored. Rugged Road Explorers is an adventure channel focused on remote backcountry exploration, old ruins, and hidden places most people never reach. In this video, he heads into a remote Utah canyon after spotting possible ancient cliff dwellings from above. The hike begins near his truck camper, far off the main trail.
Hey, Rugged Road Explorers, how you guys doing today? So I am out in a new area. You can see my truck campers there behind me. I found this canyon that was pretty much off the beaten trail, and I just kind of followed cow trails to get here and kind of had to beat the bush, kind of beat up my camper a little bit, but it was worth getting out here. I found a beautiful place on the Slick Rock to camp. So we're going to head out and I'm going to see what's here because I haven't even checked this area out. I did a little bit of scoping on Google Earth, but it doesn't really show anything. It doesn't show cliff ruins too well because of the distortion.
After finding a way down into the canyon, he nearly steps on a large snake, which he chooses to leave alone before continuing deeper toward the cliffs.
All right, we are down. Yes. We're going to head back. We're going to head this way.
Once below, he reaches the first dwelling built along a steep rock face. The drop beside it is massive, and the structure appears partly collapsed, but small details still remain, including a square hole that may have been used for storage.
So this is our first dwelling on this cliff face. Man, look at that drop off. Whoa. Oh man, and look how it's sloped. Yeah, we're gonna be careful, but I'm surprised they didn't build it up against the face of the cliff, but I guess they had their reason. So look at this. There's a hole right here. Interesting. It's square too. And it doesn't appear to be a drainage. Must have been some kind of storage thing maybe. Not sure. That's the first I've seen of that. I've seen some where they've done it and it drains out the front. But I haven't seen this. That's interesting.
Moving carefully along the ledge, he finds more ruins with old roof beams.
That is cool. Look, there's still a log on top of that. Oops. Just scanning this really quickly for any petroglyphs they might have left. That's super cool.
Stacked stones and smooth mudwork still holding together after centuries. Some rooms are badly damaged by falling rock, but others still show doorways, windows, and signs of how people once lived there. Farther along, the site becomes even more impressive. He discovers another structure with old logs, possible pottery, and a hidden route that may have been used to climb between levels.
Yeah, you can see that's solid wall there. And yeah, look how they look how they built that up on that angle like that. So there's level on top. Pretty amazing.
The biggest mystery is an intact dwelling behind a boulder on the far side of a dangerous gap. He crawls toward it, but the ledge becomes too risky, with a steep drop below and no safe way across.
Hey guys, hopefully I'll be able to filter out the wind that's blowing through here, but let's take a look at our first dwelling here. And we got a entryway right here. And then it looks like there's a second one right here, which is interesting. See, they built all the way up to the top. And then we have the second, and there's a third one right here all together. So this one does have a way in right over here, but we're gonna stick this in and take a look and see what's in here.
Before leaving, he finds grinding marks in the rock, a reminder that families once lived, worked, and prepared food on these cliffs. Franco TV is an exploration channel where Frank investigates creepy forests, abandoned places, and strange paranormal locations. In this video, he enters a dangerous forest with Frankito because going alone would be too risky. Frank starts near a dark road deep in the woods, already hearing giggling, banging, and movement farther ahead.
I'm already hearing people on the inside. Franquito came with me. He's actually getting his equipment set up right now as we speak. This is Franquito. Hola, Franquito. Hi, my friend. He's setting up his camera gear. But down this road, I'm keeping a lookout because I keep hearing a lot of stuff. Way further down the road, I'm going to switch to my other camera so you guys can see without IR. I keep hearing giggling and laughing through here. So he's getting set up to get ready. And God only knows what's going to happen from here on forward.
Through his thermal camera, he spots a strange heat signature hiding in the darkness before it suddenly disappears.
That's a thermal signature. That's what I was looking for. I don't know what the hell that is. But something's reading hot. Oh, it's gone. Come on. Hear it.
As they move deeper, they notice people or figures hiding in the forest. A light appears farther down the road, and soon a strange van drives through the area, proving there is another way into the woods by vehicle.
It looks like it could be a car. How the f*** they bring a car in here? I am deep inside right now. That sounds horrible, but I'm sure you guys know what I mean. I think that's a car. It's a bright light. Towards the back. Franquito is right there. We're just waiting here because we want to go that way. Look, you see movement. Yeah, I'm gonna turn on the light here, or color. See what I mean? Oh God, it's terrible for you guys.
The two then reach a strange section filled with graves, hanging tires, painted blue rocks, and odd structures.
Hanging from a tree. Has like a design on the inside. A K for Kira or Kiara. be another animal's pet cemetery. I don't know if you guys could hear that, but deep in there I can hear screaming again. Further into the forest. Godly, this place is huge. Franquito's behind me. He's talking on the camera.
Frank hears whistles and distant screaming from deeper inside, which seems to be coming from the area known as the Dead Forest.
See that? There's a light down there. That might be somebody's home. What the hell is that? I remember seeing this area the last time I came here, but it was during the daytime. There 100% is a light flickering further in the distance. I am going to avoid that because if there is a light, that means that there's people.
The screams get louder as they approach. Frank explains that the Dead Forest is believed to be sacred and protected by spirits, and the closer they get, the more everything around them appears dead and burned.
But something weird with this forest, especially with the whistling and the screaming that's coming that's very distant from here. I guess there's the cemetery area, and then it's the Dead Forest. What the hell was that? You heard that, right? Tú lo escuché eso, ¿verdad? I don't know if he heard me on the radio. That was a scream again. It got closer. Franquito, ¿te escuchaste eso? Ese fue un grito de una persona o muchacha. Sí. Está secando el bosque muerto. Mira. I can hear it out there. Listen.
Once inside the edge of the Dead Forest, Franquito becomes uncomfortable and does not want to go farther. They decide to turn back, but Frank suddenly sees what looks like tall eyes staring from inside the trees.
You could see any eyes that are staring at you. Always put your flashlight to your head when you're in the forest, because if there's an animal, you get to see the eyes staring back at you. And we're now in the forbidden area, the sacred area. This place has a name to it too, man, the Dead Forest.
The eyes appear again and again. Frank tries to zoom in while hearing branches crack and loud bangs nearby, but his camera battery starts dying at the worst possible moment.
So I just seen the eyes again. Look, right there. What the fuck is that? I'm gonna zoom into it. There it is. Low battery. That's on my other camera. Holy shit. Look, there it is again. It's in the forest, just staring at me. I think Franquito's camera just died. He's staring right in there to see if he can see it. There it is right there.
Trying to find another route, Frank discovers more strange stones, unfinished structures, and another hidden cemetery deeper in the forest.
It's in there hard. It looks like a bed or something that we're gonna make, but never finished it. What What the hell was going on out here? There's like structures everywhere, like something's building deep in here.
By the end, he decides the place is both amazing and terrifying, but clearly too dangerous to push any farther. Rambling On is an Irish outdoor channel focused on solo camping, hiking, and honest mountain adventures. In this video, he heads into County Kerry for his first camp on this mountain, with sunset almost gone and bad weather already starting to build.
I wouldn't fancy taking a tumble there now. It wouldn't be, it wouldn't be ideal. Oh lads, I didn't talk a whole lot on the way up there because I was just blown out of my arse. I'm down here in County Kerry in the southwest of Ireland today. This is my very first time on this mountain. It's meant to be a wind chill of -12 in the morning. Oh yes.
He reaches the lake just before dark and quickly searches for anywhere dry enough to pitch the tent. The ground is soggy, uneven, and far from ideal, but he finds the best spot he can and gets set up before the light disappears.
But it seems to be not too bad. It is a little bit soggy, but
once inside camp, he prepares water, layers up, and starts cooking from his final ration pack.
lake is right there. There's a method to my madness. I want to make sure I have enough water with me so that if the weather kicks off, I don't have to get out of my tent. Next job is to get a whole load of layers on. I'm just going to do this.
The evening is calm but uncomfortable, especially because he has felt sick and anxious all day, yet pushed through so anxiety would not win. Dinner is chilly with beans, crackers, tea, and one small Twix, but things are awkward inside the tent.
I think I'm going to get into the tent fairly soon. I'll have another cup of tea as well, I reckon. Sure, why not? Oh, and meat Twix. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. I am missing the biscuits though. I need to try and slim down the old pack size. Yeah, just so I can keep getting up all these mountains. So I'm just going to have to wing it. Obviously I don't want my head being lowered on my legs because then all the blood will go to my head. And that won't be good for anybody. But I have all my sleeping system in here.
The ground pushes into his back, the stove setup is fiddly, and he realizes the weather forecast has worsened into a major storm warning for Ireland. He explains that the real storm is not due until later, but the morning could still bring brutal winds, freezing wind chill, and dangerous conditions. He plans to get down safely before the red warning arrives. During the night, the wind picks up. By early morning, he checks the forecast and sees 75-85 km/h winds, freezing temperatures, rain, and possible black ice. Then lightning flashes outside the tent, followed by thunder, making the situation feel much more serious.
It's going to be black ice everywhere. No way. There's just this big flash of light. That's thunder and lightning. Oh, that wasn't in the forecast. Jeez. Right.
Condensation reigns inside the tent while the weather worsens outside. He eats quick porridge, drinks tea, waits for daylight, and starts packing as soon as conditions ease slightly. By morning, everything is wet and freezing, but he leaves no trace, packs carefully, and begins the slippery descent through cold wind and wet rock. Black Mass Paranormal is a channel focused on cryptids, strange wilderness encounters, and paranormal investigations in remote places. In this video, he rides deep into the Appalachian Mountains to explore stories of feral people near the Tennessee and North Carolina border. He begins by explaining that many strange encounters start the same way.
Currently, we are heading deep into the Appalachian Mountains. Now, the area that we're going in, historically, one of the most concentrated areas of Native America.
Someone is alone on a back road, far from normal traffic. That is exactly why he takes his KLR 650 into isolated forest roads, searching areas most people never reach.
We are going to be researching the topic of feral people, and we are currently on the KLR 650 that is going to take us on roads that you typically would not be able to go on. What's very important about all of this is that if you go back and you listen to the majority of interactions that people have with cryptids or the feral people, they all tend to start on, we were on this back road.
After taking a wrong turn, he stops and explains how the region has changed since he last visited.
So the area has significantly changed since I was up here. All of the roads are different. The area that I did know apparently no longer exists. It's so weird. It's so weird because I was trying to get up to an area that's called Green Cove. We're going to be in the same area of the mountains, but we are just going to be hitting a different side of the mountain to start off with, because I want to make sure that before, in case it rains and stuff, like I want to be making sure to hit all of the areas.
He remembers Sitico Creek as a place he avoided when he was younger because strange people would appear out of nowhere and watch his vehicle or gear. He connects those memories to the idea of feral people living deeper in Appalachia.
Really weird. And back then there wasn't a whole lot of talk about like the feral people, or there were people who lived off grid. Living in Appalachia, that's nothing new, and that's what's kind of a big disconnect from people. You know, you have your country bumpkins, you got your rednecks out here, but one thing that you don't really, that I didn't really recognize was the whole other side to it. Now, as far as like the cryptid connection, I think it's a little bit further. I think there is an evolution of humans that is still present in these woods. I think they use the cave systems to survive the winters and to stay away from everybody else.
He believes some may use caves and tunnels to avoid contact, and that many sightings dismissed as Sasquatch could actually be something more human, but still not normal. Deeper in the Cherokee National Forest, his gear starts failing. His GoPro dies, his microphone needs charging, and his 360 camera stops responding. Around the same time, he finds a large footprint in the mud with visible toes, far bigger than his size 12 motorcycle boot.
You can see the freaking toe. Look at that. See if there's any arrowheads around here.
Later, he rides farther up rough mountain roads and notices more strange tracks, disturbed ground, and movement in the woods. He becomes overheated and uneasy, but keeps documenting the area.
I swear I just heard movement up there. See that little spot? Oh man, something's biting me in the back too. Oh god, this sucks. I thought this was boar at first, but this is not boar. Shout out to Max Speeding Lights. They hooked me up with some sweet freaking lights. Look at those things.
most unsettling moment comes when he finds a live tree pulled or placed across the road, blocking his path.
Did this just fall? What's really interesting is none of the leaves are dead that are on this tree. There's not another dead tree leaning against it, so it's not like a dead tree fell on this. This was put here, and the tree itself is still alive.
The leaves are still green, and it does not look like a normal deadfall. By the end, he admits he has never seen anything like it before, leaving the strange mountain road behind with more questions than answers. Midwest Ghost Hunter is a paranormal investigation channel where Ian explores haunted places alone, often using simple tools like a K2 meter while documenting anything strange he hears or sees. In this video, he visits secluded Native American burial mounds along the Crow Wing River, where people have reported phantom drums, voices, glowing figures, and even a wolf spirit guarding the land. The investigation begins just after a storm passes.
It's now time to get into the investigation. You know, there wasn't really supposed to be a storm, but if you look, I got some ominous clouds coming in, and the wind is starting to pick up, and I'm starting to feel raindrops. Oh man, I hope it doesn't rain too hard. It wasn't supposed to, but I'll have to recheck the forecast. Hopefully it's just brief. Just brief enough to energize this place, and I can come out here at night. And crazy activity will happen. It's kind of weird. It's almost like a bad omen, like I shouldn't be here.
Ian says the sudden clouds and rain feel like a bad omen, but once the air clears, he enters the trail and finds the first mound almost immediately.
All right, the storm has passed. It should be a clear night from here on out. I can definitely feel the electricity in the air right now. And here we are. Right when you walk in, there's the first mound. Hello, is anybody here? My name is Ian, and I'm just a visitor looking to communicate with anyone that's here. That is, if you're interested. I hear that there's spirits out here. If you're spirits here, I'd love to see you. It would be an amazing experience.
When he places his K2 meter on it, the device starts lighting up, as if something nearby is touching it or responding to him.
Look at that, it's already going off. Holy shit. What the f? Are you touching that green light? Are you buried in this mound? I take that as a yes. How many spirits are here? Is it over 5? Is it less than 5? This thing is just going nuts. It's hard to tell if this thing's actually like responding or if it's just going off at random. Do you speak English? I wish I knew some phrases off the top of my head. I wouldn't even know what tribe to even speak. That's the thing.
As he moves deeper into the woods, the atmosphere becomes more unsettling. He hears something behind him, then a clear voice seems to come from empty space.
Bears, Bigfoot, ghosts, anything. Okay. I don't know if I'm going crazy. I thought I heard something behind me. Hello? Who's over there? I don't know, maybe I'm just paranoid. Thought I heard something, but I'm not sure. Oh, holy shit. Okay. All right. Okay, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm not going crazy. I don't know. I don't know if I should try this, but I'm gonna try walking backwards because I want to see what's coming up behind me.
When he approaches the area, something suddenly grabs his shoulder, leaving him shaken and unsure whether it was a warning or an attempt to communicate.
Is there somebody out here with me? Oh my god! Holy shit! That scared me so bad. That was a straight up voice. From thin air. It was as if somebody was standing like right there. Hello? My name is Ian. Could you tell me your name? Are you standing in this exact spot right here? Could you say something? You might not even understand me, that's the thing. Oh my god! Holy shit! Oh my god, something just grabbed my shoulder. Holy moly. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to react that way. You just scared me. I really don't know what kind of grab that was. I don't know if that was like a hey kind of grab or hey, like get out of here.
At the second mound, Ian stays quiet and listens. He hears faint voices and captures several strange orbs on camera, including one that visibly crosses the screen.
I'm getting a lot of orbs. Holy moly. Whoa, guys, I'm getting a lot of weird ones. Holy crap. I want to see if I can get any on video. Oh, dude, one just crossed over the screen. Did you see that? Of course you did. I just caught it. That was so cool. This place has got a lot of spiritual energy. Like I could just feel it walking through here. And it's a good kind of energy. It's like peaceful. At least I hope it's all peaceful. I know there's apparently a wolf spirit out here somewhere.
The energy feels strong, but not threatening, almost peaceful. Near the riverbank, the night turns stranger. A howl echoes through the woods, followed by a sound that Ian says is unmistakably like a tribal drum.
Even though there's not much going on right now, it's a lot of fun just being out here. Out in the wilderness. Even though it's dark, I can barely see 10 feet ahead of me. Still a lot of fun. Okay. Okay, that sounded like a coyote, a dog, or God forbid, a wolf. Holy shit. Just when I said it was fun being out here. Pretty sure that was a goose back there, splashing in the water.
He follows the noise and discovers another large mound hidden in the dark, as if the sound had led him directly to it.
Let's see if anything else happens. There she is. It's weird. It smells like incense almost over here. Or like sage. I don't know. It's like different. I can't pinpoint it. Oh, it almost burns my lungs. Are you smoking something over here? Hello?
At the final mound, the smell changes, almost like incense or sage. Ian hears a male voice, then sees what looks like a glowing face appear in the darkness.
That sounds like a male voice. Could you speak again? Oh my god! Dude, that was a face! I just seen a face! That was a glowing face! Oh my god, I cannot believe that! Dude, his face just appeared right there! Right there! Oh my god, that was one of the craziest things I've ever seen! It's one thing to see a light, a mist, even a shadow, but a face? A face! It looked like a man, too. It looked like a Native American man.
Describing it as one of the craziest things he has ever witnessed. He leaves believing the spirits are still there. Ray Gloom's Real Life Encounters is a wilderness exploration channel where strange local legends, abandoned places, and unsettling outdoor discoveries are investigated in a calm, realistic way. In this video, Ray stops at a rugged hillside where locals claim an old abandoned mine or prospector site may still be hidden. He begins by explaining that the area is lower in elevation than his usual locations, but it is said to have a haunted mining legend.
Well, so we're in another little spot that I thought I'd stop by and investigate. This is lower in elevation where I've typically been, and a little bit further south, but there's supposed to be an old abandoned mine shaft or prospector area or something, and some people local say that it's haunted, which of course we know it's probably not, but we just wanted to come and take a look. So I think it's up there, and we're just gonna go see if we can't find it.
The old story claims that a prospector once guarded a silver strike so jealously that his spirit may still protect the land from anyone searching for it. Ray carefully climbs through loose rock and rough terrain, trying to find signs of the mine.
Yeah, that's a lot of rocks. Just kind of fell down all around over here. I'm wondering if I'm supposed to go up there or something. Up that way. This kind of comes down this way, so I can go up that way, or I can go that way. That's what I'm wondering. Let me take a better look.
Along the way, he discovers an animal spine with fur still attached, likely from a deer, suggesting something had been feeding in the area.
I just found some animal spine. Look. Look at the fur on it. It's hair. Fur, whatever. Gotta be a deer.
As he continues upward, the ground becomes harder to navigate. He follows what looks like an old water path, wondering if floods may have erased most of the mining evidence over time.
There's actually a little bit of a trail there. That's probably it then. That's probably where I need to be. Huh. Oh, actually. Well, maybe it is a little bit of a trail, but look, that's actually where the water came down. Well, I wonder if that means that's where it is, where I'm supposed to go.
The atmosphere changes when a sudden gust of wind hits him out of nowhere. Ray remembers hearing that sudden wind can be seen as a bad omen.
I do get sort of a little bit more of a spooky vibe as I walk. Oh my gosh. Wind just came out of nowhere. We've discussed that, right, guys? Do you remember that in a previous video? If you're just walking and suddenly there's a big gust of wind, just and it's gone, like that one. Some people call that a bad omen. Right when I got here. Is that a sign, guys? Did I find something?
And from that point on, the place starts to feel more unsettling. Higher up, he finds a strange dead tree stump with every limb deliberately cut off. He calls it the octopus stump and questions why anyone would cut it in such a difficult spot unless something unusual had happened there.
Those aren't breaks. Those are cuts. You got this old dead tree and then someone cut all the limbs off of it. One great big root coming down.
After slipping and falling on the hillside, Ray notices 3 rocks stacked on a tree like a possible trail marker.
This is not easy, guys. Oh boy. Yeah. This is actually much more slippery than I thought it would be, than what it looked like. I can go up a little ways more. I think I need to stick to where the water is coming down though. Oh, I still haven't seen anything. So those big rocks almost look like they've been placed. Actually, maybe I should go back in there. I see a couple of walk overhangs that are just exposed portions of this hill, but that doesn't seem that important to me. Oh! I fell. I fell down. I fell the good way though, and I fell into nice, soft twigs and stuff. I'm okay, guys. I'm okay. Hey, there's a baby tree. Leave the baby tree alone. Let it grow. Mama tree might get mad.
Then he hears rocks slide above him, almost like something stepped on the loose shelf nearby.
Whoosh of wind came through. Oh! Okay, rock shell or something. Suddenly just, I heard it slide. And I think something moved up there. I think there's an animal up there or something. Well, now it's not moving. Well, here comes the wind again. It's just so dead silent everywhere else, but I'm here, there's wind.
Finally, he spots what appears to be the old mine area, but strange wind and an uneasy feeling make him turn back before getting closer.
That actually looks like a mine shaft. It's up, it's through the trees. I actually can't really tell. It's just because it just looks like it. I'm actually looking back towards that octopus tree stump. I'm just getting the weirdest feeling. Like I had better not go back that way. Something doesn't seem right. Okay, I'm obeying the feeling. I'm not gonna go back the way.
He leaves without fully exploring it, admitting that something about the place simply felt wrong. Jesse's Drone Adventures is a travel and drone channel focused on scenic drives, desert landscapes, and remote places seen from the road and above. In this video, Jesse drives through the Virgin River Gorge in northwestern Arizona, one of the most dramatic stretches of Interstate 15. The drive begins with the highway entering a narrow canyon carved through solid rock.
In the far northwestern corner of Arizona, this interstate cuts through one of the most extreme landscapes in the Southwest. But what makes this drive so fascinating isn't just the scenery, it's the fact that engineers somehow managed to build a major highway right through solid rock. I'll be telling you all sorts of fun facts about the gorge and the history of the highway throughout the video.
Jesse explains that the gorge is not just beautiful, but also an engineering achievement, because the road had to be built through steep cliffs, unstable rock, and the winding Virgin River. As the scenery opens up, the canyon feels almost unreal. The blue sky, white clouds, and towering rock walls make the road feel less like a normal interstate and more like a passage into another world.
I wouldn't necessarily rate this as a scary or intimidating drive by any means, but it is one that requires focus and attention to the road in the event of any falling rocks, rocks on the road, or any drivers with California license plates. Nah, I'm just kidding. Unless it is a BMW or Dodge Challenger with California license plates, then you might want to keep an eye on them.
Jesse stops to take in the view and films the Virgin River, which begins near Zion National Park and flows through Utah, Arizona, and Nevada before reaching Lake Mead.
Virgin River starts near Zion National Park in the beautiful southwestern Utah and flows 162 miles, 260 kilometers, southwest, meandering through Utah, Arizona, and Nevada, finally emptying into Lake Mead, or as I call it, Puddle Mead. Depending on the time of day and year, the color of the Virgin River can vary from chocolate milk brown during flash floods to shades of clear blue and my favorite, blue-green on calm days when light reflects off the water.
On calm days, the water can reflect a clear blue-green color against the desert rock. The story then shifts to how difficult travel was before Interstate 15 existed.
Traveling between Las Vegas and Utah was a completely different experience. Back in the early 1900s, drivers heading north or south through this region primarily relied on older highways like US Route 91, which is the highway you see highlighted in red. That road avoided the gorge entirely because the canyon was considered far too rugged and dangerous to build through at the time.
Older routes avoided the gorge because the canyon was considered too dangerous to build through, forcing drivers to take slower roads around it. Construction finally began in the 1960s, but the project became one of America's hardest rural interstate builds.
Almost immediately, the project turned into one of the most difficult rural interstate projects in the entire United States. Workers had to blast enormous amounts of rock from the canyon walls just to create enough space for the roadway. In many places, crews were trapped between vertical cliffs on one side and the Virgin River on the other.
Workers had to blast rock, reroute the river in multiple places, build bridges, and deal with heat, flooding, wind, and dangerous terrain. After opening in December 1973, the road transformed travel between Las Vegas and Utah. Even with constant traffic today, the gorge still feels wild and ancient, with cliffs rising above the highway like something untouched by time. On the return drive, Jesse explains how the gorge formed over millions of years, shaped by uplift, erosion, and the Virgin River slowly cutting downward through the rock.
Believe it or not, everything I've been showing you, such as the cliffs, mountains, ridges, peaks, buttes, you name it, this all started to form nearly 70 million years ago. Or so they say. You see, long before Interstate 15 ever cut through the Virgin River Gorge, this entire landscape looked completely different, like Nikki Glaser before her facelift. Hey, somebody had to say it. Millions of years ago, the area you see today was buried beneath ancient seas, deserts, and floodplains that slowly stacked layer upon layer of sediment across the region. Over time, those layers hardened into the colorful sandstone and limestone cliffs that now tower above the canyon.
The video ends with Jesse back where the drive began, encouraging viewers to experience the gorge for themselves. Paranormal Discovery is a camping and paranormal exploration channel where Lamar and Chelsea investigate remote locations while using spirit, communication devices, and sharing personal experiences. In this video, they return to Kajim for a backcountry camping trip while still grieving the recent loss of their beloved dog, Kia. The trip begins on an emotional note as Lamar explains that this campsite was originally meant to be a return visit with Kia.
Recently lost our most prized possession, our baby girl Kia. She was our dog, and I do want to say it's been one of the hardest 5 days. It's been 5 days now since her passing, and it's been some of the hardest mornings and days of our entire lives. You know, our lives drastically changed. I don't even know how to explain it. We're a little bit speechless right now. We miss her so damn much every single day. I think the most emotional thing right now is I planned this trip back to Keji. That's where we are right now. I am with Chels. She's actually taking a walk down the path, but we're here backcountry camping in Keji, and I don't know if you guys remember, I brought Kia to this lot where we are right now. This is the waterfront lot. She went in the water, I filmed it, and I remember telling Kia, I'm like, this is what, and you guys, I'm like, this is the lot that I should have booked, you know, and I promised Kia I'm gonna bring her back to this lot.
Both he and Chelsea spend much of the day reflecting on memories of her while trying to enjoy the wilderness around them. As evening approaches, they settle into camp, cook dinner, and discuss the area's long indigenous history. Chelsea admits she feels unusually watched whenever she is alone around the campsite, though she struggles to focus because of everything they have been going through emotionally. While eating, they activate a spirit communication app. The session starts quietly before several unexpected responses appear.
Anything from back in that time, if there's anything hidden here. It's actually kind of cool because in the visitor center here, you could actually see...
They will attack.
Whoa, okay.
That's reassuring.
I was just about to mention, you could actually see like, weapons and like tools. I guess it's tools. But from thousands of years ago, you can see what it looked like. I was just about to mention that, and then it says attacked. So like, are we gonna
see you all?
Are we gonna get attacked by like them with tools?
Words such as attack, bad memories, and join us later stand out, creating an increasingly uneasy atmosphere around camp. Later, Chelsea places a REM pod near the tent. To her surprise, the device repeatedly activates despite nobody being near it.
What the shit?
I know. I'm just sitting in the tent while Omar kind of packs up some stuff. I set up the REM pod just for fun. Can you please step away from this? If you're a spirit, can you please step away? Why is it like going back and forth? Akia, if that's you, can you step away?
During the same period, she believes she hears a distant male voice, even though Lamar is elsewhere in camp.
Guys, I literally just put this REM pod here just for funsies. Like, I had no intention of filming anything right now. Omar, are you talking? Omar? I hear talking. But, like, I have his phone. I'm on my phone. And he's not even responding to me. But I swear I hear talking. It sounded like a man.
After dark, the pair leave camp for a walk through the forest. Strange knocking sounds echo through the trees, and both repeatedly mention feeling watched. The Spirit app produces unusual responses including Goodbye Friend, Victoria, Shadow, and The Rumors Are True, which seem to match experiences they are having in real time.
Good?
Yeah, this camera is nice handheld. I like it.
Goodbye, friend.
What?
Whoa.
No, we just got here.
Goodbye, friend. What do you mean by that?
Are they talking about how we had to say goodbye to Kia?
I don't know. What the fuck is that? Something's moving.
Sounds like footsteps, like people. Hello?
I'm not playing.
I'm not playing.
We're not here to hurt you. We're not here to disrupt. We just came to communicate and to enjoy the land.
The most unsettling moments occur deeper along the trail. Chelsea claims to see a shadow moving between trees, while both hear unexplained noises coming from different directions.
Hi, Victoria. My name is Chelsea, and this is my fiance, Lamar.
What'd you see?
I swear I just saw a shadow dart from one tree to another.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it might have been my eyes messing with me, but I swear I saw it. Is that you, Victoria?
Desolation.
What? Desolation.
Do you have any messages for us? Anywhere you want us to go? Which way should we go?
I don't know.
Later, Chelsea reports seeing what looked like an extremely tall white figure near the path before the sounds continue around them.
Connected to the grounds.
If so, Dexter, how are you connected to these grounds? Well, what the fuck was that?
Whoa. What?
Point the light right here, right where I am. Point it right down where the barrel is. I swear to freaking God, babe, I literally just saw like an 8-foot white tall shadow.
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm serious. Like, extremely tall.
is that whooping?
I don't know. It's pretty consistent.
Back at camp, the strange activity continues. Lamar believes he hears Chelsea calling his name while she appears to be asleep inside the tent.
Chels? Chels! What the fuck? Chels? You awake? I literally just heard Chelsea's voice. Chelsea, you awake right now? Chels? Yeah. You okay? Dude, what the shit?
The next morning, they discuss the knocks, voices, and distant lights they encountered before packing up and leaving the park. Outdoor Girl Sophie is an outdoor creator who shares peaceful solo camping adventures, campfire cooking, and quiet moments in nature. In this video, she returns to a forest near her childhood home in Denmark for a relaxing overnight camp. The trip begins with Sophie walking through a forest she knows well from growing up.
Hi, my name is Sophie. Today I'm on a solo camping trip in a forest in Denmark. I'm gonna put up my tent, make a campfire, and cook a really delicious dinner. And I also have something planned for dessert.
The familiar trails bring back memories of spending time outdoors with her dog, and she enjoys the feeling of returning to a place that feels like home. After arriving at the campsite, she explores the area before setting up camp. She explains that camping in Denmark is restricted to designated areas and takes her time searching for the best location. While walking around, she notices a group of men already camping nearby and debates whether she should introduce herself or simply keep to her own space.
So I do hear some men talking, so they have probably taken the good spot here at the site. Oh, there was a spider. So now I'm a little bit in doubt if I should go over there, say hi, say that I'm gonna be camping over here, or what's the best thing to do.
Eventually, she finds a quiet spot near a proper fire pit and decides it is perfect for the night.
And possibly make a campfire here. Someone has already done it. I would never just start a campfire like this, just in the middle of the ground. But since it's already here, I might as well continue on it. I do hear the guys camping in this direction quite clearly, but I cannot see them and they cannot see me. So yeah, I'm still in doubt if I should go over there and say hi. I don't want to scare them by suddenly just being here in my big red tent. But they are men, so they probably don't scare as easily as I do.
Her plan is simple: set up camp, gather firewood, and prepare a special dinner over the fire.
I'm gonna have a lot of room just for myself.
The afternoon is spent collecting wood and building a campfire.
And when it looks like this, you can start building it up with bigger pieces. My fire is starting to look good, so now I better get started on my food prepping for dinner.
Once the fire is burning steadily, Sophie begins preparing dinner.
I'm gonna cook a pork tenderloin over the fire with some potatoes, and to top it off I have a béarnaise sauce. It's gonna be so delicious. So first I need to chop up these potatoes. My plan is to just cut the potatoes up in smaller pieces, and then I brought some tin foil that I'm gonna wrap them in with some olive oil, salt and pepper.
She wraps potatoes in foil with olive oil, salt, and pepper, then cooks a pork tenderloin over the fire. Using a thermometer to avoid overcooking the meat, she carefully monitors the meal while enjoying the peaceful surroundings.
I can already see the temperature going up. It's going pretty fast, but it's probably also quite warm in there.
Dinner turns out almost exactly as she hoped. The pork is tender, the potatoes are nearly perfect, and she finishes the meal beside the fire.
The meat is just perfect. I'm done. I almost finished everything. These potatoes are not 100% done.
For dessert, she prepares a childhood favorite, a grilled banana filled with melted chocolate, which reminds her of earlier camping trips with family. As darkness settles in, bats appear overhead, and Sophie relaxes by the fire before heading to bed. The next morning, she wakes after a peaceful night and notices a mysterious tent nearby that was not there the evening before.
I see that there is a tent just outside my tent. Over here. I wonder when that was put up. I was sitting out here at the campfire until I think 9 in the evening. And when I got in my tent, it was dark. And I'm quite sure that the tent was not there when I was sitting at the campfire. That's a little bit weird.
After coffee and a simple breakfast, she packs up camp just as rain begins to fall and heads home.